everything has changed. The way you look at things has changed. The way you think has changed, and most of all, you all have changed. Fellow Toastmasters and Distinguished Guests, my name is Hassan Akram, and today I'm going to talk about change management. But let me ask you a question. Why change is important? Anyone can tell. Why change is important?
Because it is life. Change is life. Change is everything. If you're not going to change, then you'll stay stuck.
I believe we can't step into the same river twice. The river will change, we will change, everything in the world is changing.
Spot on. So change is the integral part of our lives. Let me give you an example of Nokia. Nokia was considered as a giant of mobile phone industry. But what happened? They are no more. Why? Because after Apple and Android came into existence, Nokia was still using the old tech, whereas the world has moved to a new tech. And Nokia was still selling Windows Phone and phones with keypad, and as a result, they're no more. So change is very important. Now let me share a story of my real life. I was working for a company called Wi-Fi, where I spent almost 8 years. I worked in different departments, and finally I was working there as a manager. One day, I was sitting in my office, and I got a call from my manager. And he said, Hassan, would you like to come to my office? I have something really important to tell you. With curiosity in my mind, I rushed towards his office and asked, boss, you called me. Is there anything important? He said, yes, please sit down. I sat in a chair, and his words were, Hassan, you're a very good resource. We do value you, but company is going through a lot of organizational changes, and we have to let few people go because we can't justify our salaries. Oh my God. Am I losing my job? Yes. With sad face, I went home, and a lot of questions were coming to my mind. Hassan, what will you do? How are you going to feed your family? And last but not least, how are you going to earn some good cash? With all those questions unanswered, I opened my laptop and started looking for jobs. And guess what? Nothing happened. One thing was for sure, that if I start looking for jobs in a Pakistani-based market, I will not get a good salary. So I changed the dynamics and start looking for jobs in a US-based companies. And finally I got a job, interview call, from one of the recruit companies in Islamabad. But the challenge was, they called me for the interview at 11:59 p.m., a time foreign to my 9 to 5 shift. But with a heavy heart, I went downstairs, started my bike, looked at the sky, and asked God, why me? Why me? I gathered all my thoughts, went straight to the office, and guess what? I got a job, but there was a challenge. Though I was able to impress the recruiter and got a job, but as a manager, you have to take a lot of escalation calls. You have to talk to a lot of angry customers. And the challenge was, after working from in a Pakistani-based company, my English was not that good. So whenever there was escalation call towards me, I go to a different room and talk to a customer in a low voice so that my colleagues won't judge me based on my communication skills. I was very anxiety mode. But I will come back. So I started improving myself. I started watching YouTube videos, how to improve my English. I started watching English movies, and I started talking to my friends on phone in English, but the fear of being judged was still there. So someone told me about Toastmasters Club. And thanks God, I've joined Toastmasters where no one judged me based on who I am. No one judged me based on my communication skills. And not only I improved my communication, as well as I was able to improve my leadership skills as well. So thanks God, someone introduced me to this beautiful club with beautiful people that I've learned a lot of things, and alhamdulillah, I'm doing a good job. Now, this story has 3 elements. Number 1, change. Number 2, challenge. Number 3, growth. If I would still be working in a company which is Pakistani based and I would not improve my skills, I would be still getting a very low salary. So I proved myself, I learned all those skills which were necessary to improve my communication, and now I have a good job. So ladies and gentlemen, change is not always a choice. It's how you react to the change around you will determine your success. So take a urge and tell yourself that you will change yourself, because everything around you is changing constantly. If you won't change yourself, you won't be a part of the game anymore. Thank you.